Hello, my name is Faisal Ahmed and today our topic is cell membrane. So firstly we have to know what actually cell membrane is. So cell membrane, or we can say plasma membrane, is a thin flexible barrier surrounding the cell. It is composed primarily of a phospholipid bilayer with embedded proteins, cholesterol and carbs. This structure regulates the entry and exit of substances, maintains cell integrity, facilitates communications, and supports cellular structure, enabling the cell to interact with its environment in a controller manner. So this is the definition of cell membrane. Now we have to know what is the function of cell membrane. So first function, which is primarily function, is selective permeability. It means controls the movement of substance in and out of the cell, allowing only specific molecules to pass through, which helps maintain internal balance and we can say homeostasis. The second function is protection. It means acts as a barrier that protects the cell's content from the external environment, preventing harmful substance from entering and go away from the cell, which is inhibiting. The third function is cell signaling. Cell signaling contains receptor protein that receive and transmit signals from the external environment, allowing the cell to respond to changes and communicate with other cells. The next is support and structure. It means it provides structural support and maintains the shape of the cell. It also connects with the cytoskeleton inside the cell and the extracellular matrix outside. Fifth function is cell recognition. Cell recognition, the features carbohydrate chains on its surface that aid in cell recognition and identification, which is crucial for immune response and tissue formation. The next and last function of attachment. Attachment means anchors cells to one another or to the extracellular matrix, helping form tissues, stabilizing cell position within organism. So these are the function of cell membrane. Now we will know the component of cell membrane. So the first component is phospholipid bilayer. It is a structure of two layers of phospholipid arranged tail to tail, forming a bilayer. Each phospholipid has hydrophilic head and hydrophobic tails. The hydrophobic head contains a phosphate group and is water attracting polar, facing outward toward the watery environments inside and outside the cell. Hydrophobic tails. The tails consist of fatty acids and are water repelling nonpolar, facing inward towards each other within the bilayer. The function of phospholipid bilayer is forms a semi-permeable barrier that allows selective movement of substance. It maintains the cell's internal environment by restricting large or charged molecules while allowing smaller non-polar substances like oxygen and carbon dioxide to pass freely. The other component is proteins. Proteins in the cell membrane are critical for various functions and classified as integral protein. An integral protein, there are some example like channel proteins, carrier proteins. The channel proteins form passageways for ions and molecules to travel in and out of the cell based on their concentration gradient. Carrier protein bind specific molecules on one side of the membrane and change shape to transport them across. So after integral protein, there is a peripheral protein. Peripheral protein are attached to the surface of the membrane, often to integral protein or to the phospholipid head. They function in cell signaling structure and maintaining the cell's shape. So what is the function of this protein? So the function is serve in transport, signal transduction, enzyme activity, cell recognition and structural support. So the next component of cell membrane is cholesterol. So what is the structure of cholesterol? Cholesterol molecules are embedded within the phospholipid bilayer, and the function of cholesterol is helps maintain the fluidity and stability of the membrane at high temperatures. It prevents the membrane from becoming too fluid and losing structure. At low temperature, it prevents the membrane from becoming too rigid. Cholesterol also helps reduce membrane permeability to very small water soluble molecules, thus enhancing membrane integrity. The other component of cell membrane is carbohydrate. So carbohydrates are attached to protein and form glycoprotein, and it is attached to lipid and forming glycolipid on the extracellular surface of the cell membrane. The function of carbohydrate is cell recognition and communication. They allow cells to identify and interact with each other, which is essential for immune response, cell signaling, and the formation of tissue. Glycoprotein and glycolipid also help stabilizing membrane structure by forming hydrogen bond with water molecules. Next component of cell membrane is glycocalyx, and the structure is a fuzzy coating on the extracellular side of the cell membrane composed of glycoprotein and glycolipid. Functions: this structure aids in cell protection, facilitates cell-cell adhesion, and play a role in immune recognition. It also helps trap water, providing a protective cushion for the cell surface. So these are the components of the cell membrane. So we can recap the summary of functions of each component. So first we know the phospholipid bilayer, which is form of semi-permeable barrier and provides basic structure. The next is protein, which enable transport, signaling, enzyme function and cell structure. And next is the cholesterol, which maintains membrane fluidity and stability. And next of cholesterol is carbohydrate, and in the carbohydrate we studied about glycoproteins and glycolipids, which facilitates cell recognition, communication and membrane stability. And the last is glycocalyx. Glycocalyx protect the cell, aids in adhesion and support immune function. So together these components give the cell membrane its unique property, enabling it to function as a dynamic and selective barrier that interact with the cell's external environment. So these things all about the cell membrane. So that's all for today. Thank you.